What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're going to talk about Dark Dimension 8. Yes, you heard that right. And we're going to take a look at which characters you should be focusing on, how you should prepare yourself, and get ready for this journey that it seems to be coming very soon. And this Dark Dimension is going to be requiring ISO weight rather than gear. So this is unusual because the only event that we had like this, it was the Apocalypse Sagas requiring the ISO weight rather than the gear. But this opens a lot of opportunities because in terms of gear, we have some characters that are more expensive than others in terms of gear. But for ISO weight, everyone is the same. So you want to make sure that you are applying the right ISO weight on the right characters. And the other thing you should focus on is making sure that you are giving that ISO weight to characters that you don't switch a lot, because otherwise you're just burning ions and so on, and that's not something convenient. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the requirements. We're going to take a look at which characters are available and which characters I think is going to be the best ones for you to prepare. And I'm going to show you my full setup of the characters that I already chose. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Okay, so we have this little blog where they announced the purple ISO weight, and once again, purple ISO weight is going to be the requirement for Dark Dimension 8. The character that supposedly you are going to get from Dark Dimension 8, it's going to be Odin. And Odin is an Asgardian. Odin is a character that might have a lot of synergies, not only with Asgardians, but there are a few other characters that might have as well. But it's the first mythical hero character that is actually released to like this. So this is going to be huge for sure. And because we have so many Asgardian characters, then this is going to open a lot of possibilities and meta changes in the very near future. Or at least we can expect that. Okay, now taking a look at this blog, they talk about the ISO weight, and they give us an impression of what we're going to get with this ISO weight. Some people don't understand very well what is this part right here. For example, on Striker, 5% extra damage from the health that you steal in damage that is based on your own health. And so this is going to give more damage based on that. The Fortifier, I can tell that, in my opinion, Striker, Raider, and Healer are the strongest ones. Fortifier, once again, it's nothing too crazy. And the Skirmisher, also very disappointing, especially because of this new focus, additional 50% focus. Well, with now the stats reset, I'm not sure how important this extra focus will be, but we'll see about that in the future, right? We need more of the latest characters to see if it's going to be a huge impact or not. Now, in terms of Dark Dimension 8, something that might have missed is that you need ISO weight purple level 3. So yes, it has to be level 3 for these characters. And this is why it's going to be important to make sure that you start stocking up on this ISO weight as fast as possible. And if you decide to equip some ISO weight, you can equip it on the best characters for that. Now, in terms of the traits for the Dark Dimension 8, we have City Villain, we have City Hero, we have Global Hero, then we have Global Villain, and all of them are non-legendary, so you cannot take any legendaries. And then on the last one, we have Cosmic or Legendary. This means you can bring both of them at the same time, which allows you for some interesting combinations. For Global and City, you can take characters like Apocalypse, Doctor Doom, Ultron, and for Cosmic, you can bring characters like Mephisto, Super Skrull, Dormammu, Ultimus, which are the mythical characters, right? So this allows you to have the opportunity to get up these amazing characters without having to compromise and so on. Okay, so these are the requirements, and I put them all together so you have the different types, and I separated them through Blaster, Brawler, Controller, Protector, Support, and so on. And you can see that some classes of ISO weight have less characters than other, so you can do like I did for Dark Dimension 7, which is certain characters that you cannot take for one section, you put more on the other one, right? And this is how you're going to be able to balance, because once again, like gear, you want to keep it balanced just based on RNG alone. You should always have a backup plan, but you should at least sort of have it in balance, just to make sure that the RNG does not affect you too much, as this is going to be one of the biggest problems, is just RNG of the characters. Okay, so here we have city villains, then I did the same for city heroes, global villains, global heroes, and then we have the cosmic and also the legendaries. Now, when you put all these characters together, I decided to pick the top 3 of each type. So, for example, top 3 hero characters for protector type. We have Black Knight, we have a Spider Weaver, for example, or a Sasquatch, or Captain Britain, one of those, right? And we put all this together, I put on a spreadsheet, and this is what we got. So we have a city villain, we have As Blaster, we have Slayer, Electroshocker, Brawler, we have Vulture, Craven, Carnage, Controller, Mysterio, Mr. Negative, Nobu, maybe not. Protector, we have Lizard, Red Goblin, Kingpin, and for support we only have Mark LT. So once again, depending on which characters we have available, we want to pick and choose in one section, but maybe on the other section we have to compensate the fact that we didn't have any support to choose on a city villain. Then for city hero, we have Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, Noir, Firestar. Brawler, we have Gwenom, Pavitre, and Moon Knight. If you guys remember, Moon Knight is getting a rework. This was already announced, so keep that in mind. Controllers, we have Ghost Spider, Spider-Man 2099, and Spider-Man Big Time. Protector, Penny Parker, Hardlight, She-Hulk. Support, we have Peter B. Parker, Dagger, and Squirrel Girl. Global villain, we have Iron Patriot, Ultron, Yellow Jacket. Brawler, we have Namor, Titania, Abomination. Control, we have Daken, Doctor Doom, and Emma Frost, or Taskmaster. Protector, we have Ares, Zombie Juggernaut, Absorbing Man. Support, we have Apocalypse Leader and Agatha. So once again, we have characters here that are not super convenient for us to pick, or because they don't have red stars, or because they are not fully released like Ares. And you always have to keep in mind that characters were Dark Promotion credits or Dark Diamond credits. If you don't have them at a certain level, they might not be the best option for you to pick. Then we have a global hero, we have a Blaster, Gambit, Sunfire, and Sunspot. Brawler, we have Nightcrawler, Quicksilver, Guardian, or X-23. Controller, we have Black Panther Shuri, we have Northstar, Black Widow. Protector, we have Black Knight, Captain Britain, Spider Weaver. Support, we have Forge, Hank Pym, and Captain Carter. Finally, we have Cosmic and the Legendary. Blasters, we have Kang, or Nova, or Kestrel. Then we have Black Bolt, or Silver Surfer. They are legendaries, but they are also cosmic, so it counts. Then you have Brawler, Skrull. We have the new Thanos Endgame, Val and Ultimus. Controller, Old Man Logan, Gore, Cosmic Ghost Rider, or a Green Goblin Classic. And then we have Protectors, Mephisto, Gladiator, Rogue. Support, Dormammu, Void Knight, and Dr. Octopus. So, in my opinion, these are the top 3 or top 4 characters for each type, for each section that you should bring, right? You want to cover as much as the classes as possible, just to make sure that, once again, based on RNG alone, you can prioritize some characters over others. Because let's be honest, there are many powerful brawlers, but if you're going to take everything brawlers, then it's going to take a lot longer for you to get the ISO 8 that you need. And maybe not. Maybe Scopely will just release some offers, and then you'll just have to spend money. And spending money, it's always easier, right? So, yeah. Okay, so you can see that I already put some characters on green, and these are the characters that I'm considering taking, right? So once again, on the city villains, we don't have any support character, but we have very powerful characters like the Sinister Six. And if you should always try to have some kind of synergies, just to make sure that you have the easiest time possible. And if you guys are running through Dark Dimension 7 now, you know this for sure, right? And the other thing that you also need to take into consideration is just to make sure that if you already have some of these characters with Crimson gear, that you apply the ISO 8 to those characters, right? because the more stats these characters have, the easier your run will go. And this is where we have to be careful with which characters you gear up. While some new characters like Thanos Endgame are very, very strong, they might not be strong enough at 3 yellow or 4 yellow or something like that to be relevant for you to take. If you're a whale, if you're gonna have these characters 6 or 7 stars, or even with diamonds day 1, it's not a problem. But if you are free to play, if you're a light spender, then you have to take that into consideration, because even that it's okay to apply the ISO 8 to these characters because they're gonna be endgame anyway. If you want to have the easiest run, maybe you should apply the ISO 8 to characters that you already have maxed out with diamonds and so on. Once again, I'm going to repeat what I mentioned before, which is make sure you're also applying the ISO 8 to characters that you know for sure which is their best ISO 8. Because once again, we have to take these characters to purple ISO 8 level 3, and you don't want to do this to a character that you're going to switch the ISO 8 all the time. So for example, Black Knight, you'll have to make a decision. Do I want Fortifier? Do I want a Striker? You have to make the decision and you have to keep it and not waste after switching the ISO 8 back and forward. So keep that in mind. You don't want to apply this purple ISO 8 level 3 to characters that you switch the ISO 8 often. So for example, Vulture, I usually use him as a skirmisher, sometimes as a striker. So I'm going to prioritize skirmisher over striker. Okay, so if you follow my plan like you see on the screen, you're going to end up with a table of results like this. The green are the characters that I'm almost like 99% sure that I'm going to take. And then you want to have 5 blasters, 5 brawlers, 5 controllers, 5 protectors, and 5 support. Once again, there are a lot of very powerful brawlers, so you might end up with 6 brawlers and 4 of something else. But you, at the end of the day, you want to keep something like this. And then, of course, you need 5 characters for the 5 different sections. And then you're going to have something like this. And that's going to allow you to start preparing on which characters. And then you just put, okay, I already have the ISO 8 for this. Or you can just buy it all and then equip it later. Because we're going to have some major changes in the meta coming up soon. Whether it is with the new raids that are coming. Supposedly the new raids, the Orchid raids, will be the place where you get this purple ISO 8. So keep that in mind, right? It's going to be important that you get ready for these upcoming raids and see exactly where we can get after that. Okay, just to show what I'm doing right now, here I have my characters that I already selected. So we have the city villains, and you can see that I already have 3 characters with crimson gear, so I want to make sure that I apply the purple ISO 8 to the characters that have crimson gear, just to stack up benefits as much as possible. Then we have the city heroes, which I'm not sure yet which ones I'm gonna take. Then we have the global villains, and you can see that I already started equipping purple ISO 8 on Apocalypse. Then we have global heroes, which I'm not sure exactly if I'm gonna hard focus on the mutants or not, because of these new upcoming raids. So keep that in mind. It all might change with as soon as they announce this raid and which kind of requirements they're gonna take. Then we have the cosmic and legendary, and this is another one that might have some changes as well. Rogue, she has crimson gear, but I might not take her. Depends if we need or not. But something like that. And of course, this Thanos is just to represent the new one, because the new one is very, very powerful. So this is what you need. This is what you should do to get ready in order for you to unlock Odin from Dark Dimension 8. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys want, I can make this available on Discord or Patreon or something like that. Maybe also put like a slot so you guys can place the gear that I already have available. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you're gonna take some of the same characters that I took, or if you have something different in mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Mouse Life Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.